Good morning. I am a licensed gardener. And a self-styled expert for rocket science, cluster B personality disorder, narcissistic abuse recovery, and I don't know what else. Lasers attached to the heads of white rabbits. I use Kundalini snakes to chase these rabbits down rabbit holes. Well, let's get to the video. I have a side theory and a main theory. The side theory is that high-functioning psychopaths that are intelligent and have psychologic background knowledge, especially therapeutic knowledge, can remote control other people by manipulating them via their trauma responses. There is a law, a legal paragraph in Germany that only licensed therapists are allowed to regress other people in therapy. But an educated, high-functioning psychopath could use this knowledge to hold other people captive, not only by creating a shared fantasy custom-tailored to lure this person in, but also regressing this person to make this person a perfect servant, completely codependent, and unable to grasp reality outside the custom-tailored bubble of shared fantasy. But this is just a side theory. Let's now hone into the bubble. Who is inside the bubble? I have this bizarre theory, and it rose up in my mind through something that I witnessed in my life, in my past, and I tried to explain it. And when I read on the Wikipedia article about narcissistic mortification, I stumbled across the interesting fact that mortification creates a damming up of libido and destruo energy. And then slowly but surely this theory formed, a bizarre theory about self-supply or supply for narcissists. So what are narcissists? Narcissists are energy vampires. They are about extracting energy no matter how. And they create counterintuitive, bizarre methods to do this. Now imagine a covert narcissist that hit rock bottom, that failed at every attempt to extract any forms of supply. What are the most desperate things you can do? Imagine what features, what strategies can you develop? And the result of this is sadomasochistic tendencies. Also remember, narcissists suppress shame. Narcissism, in this case of what I'm talking about, is a result of course, childhood trauma, and the child has introjected a bad object in their mind. The bad object keeps attacking the narcissist. To compensate for that shame, this induces shame. The bad object induces a lot of shame because the narcissist is ashamed that the bad object, the dead mother, tells him or her how bad and unlovable he is or she is. Therefore, shame is being repressed and a grandiose self is invented that is invulnerable, that is grandiose, that is perfect. So the bad object says you're unlovable, you're a failure, and the narcissist answers, no, I'm perfect. Alright, now, how can a narcissist with this setup in his mind extract supply if they are hit rock bottom because they failed at everything? They develop, of course, competitive victimhood is a valid strategy that works in our society. Of course, if they would live with the Spartan society or in the Viking society, they would not have to lean on death drive, for their death wish would be granted quickly. But in our society, competitive victimhood can lead to considerable outcomes of supply. But they are also sadomasochistic, which goes also back to early childhood. Imagine a child, mother rejects the child, is not available for any reason, can be many reasons. Now what does the child do? It uses his productivity, his creative product. He uses his shit and smears the whole house with it. Now it gets attention. Now mother is giving the child supply. It was impossible to get the love of the mother, the positive attention. So the second form of attention is secondary supply is hateful behavior of the mother. But it is at least some form of validation. The child feels, oh, I exist. Mother reacts to me. I'm not invisible anymore. And this leads to masochistic behavior. Imagine the child then shows a form of strange pride in what the child did, because it's like a delusional smile now that the strategy worked. Mother cares for me now. So now the child smiles in a delusional form of pride. The plan worked out. I am able to get what I want. Later in life, this strategy will still be active, and it leads to something, this bizarre thing that I want to tell you. I call it self-mortification, sadomasochistic self-mortification. So my theory is that inside the bubble that is remote controlled potentially by a psychopath, the motivation of the psychopath could be that the psychopath needs a perfectly dependent victim that serves them and also is used to punish people outside of the bubble for rejecting the psychopath. So the psychopath uses the trauma of the narcissist that is being regressed, and now the narcissist engages in self-mortifying behavior by doing by engaging in exhibitionistic behavior and being proud on things that should normally be shameful. Therefore, through creating a mortification in the gaze of the third party is what is being punished by the psychopath and is used to mortify the narcissist, because within the gaze of the third party, the narcissist mortifies himself. Therefore, Destruo and libido are dammed up and can be reinvested immediately in exhibitionistic, sexual, or other unagreeable, shameful, self-destructive behavior, and therefore perpetuating a self-mortification orgy. So this is a very bizarre theory, I know, and I believe I'm the only one who is talking about it in this way. And what was so outstanding for me was the counterintuitive fact that they take this twisted form of pride in shameful behavior, like a child that is doing something absolutely shameful and stupid, but it's the only way to get supply. So the secondary supply is what scavengers eat that are absolutely indifferent about. They eat anything. They eat dead bones. They eat anything. Doesn't matter what they eat it. So they are also good with mortification. They are good with the more shameful, the better. The more the more devotion they show, the more domination they experience through that. It's a absolutely disturbing thing to happen. It's like the extreme form of acting out, of gaslighting, acting out, shared fantasy go haywire. So I call it malignant, narcissistic, sadomasochistic self-mortification to extract energy via damming up libido and destruo and reinvesting it in more shameful behavior that is translated into self-mortification again. And this theory is nowhere seen, nowhere talked about. I think it does not happen in many cases, but I believe it could be a thing. and it can even be implemented into the strategy of a psychopath that uses other people and remote controls them by regressing them or using similar strategies and trauma responses to control them. I point out to Jada Pinkett Smith, while I don't believe that she is a high functioning psychopath or a sociopath, I don't know. If she has good impulse control, she might be a high functioning psychopath, not a sociopath. That being said, stay safe. I'm proud to introduce to you this shameful theory. And I already experience a lot of tertiary supply through that. Thank you. See you in the next video.